And we always love talking about what's next, who's next. So RJ and I, we thought we'd have some fun with it. RJ, the key word here being fun, of course. Let's go number one. You go one, I'll go one. So who you got first?
Houston Texans picking first, according to Super Bowl championship odds. Right on Fox Bet.
They're a disaster.
That's why we're starting there.
Yeah.
But where I want to look is quarterback, right? Because no matter what you're looking at with Deshaun Watson, you're looking at him wanting to be elsewhere, right? Tyrod Taylor's not your long-term answer. So who are you going to go get? You're going to go get the best available quarterback in the 2022 draft, according to me, today, and that's the guy playing number 7 out at Oklahoma.
A Lincoln Riley guy.
Well,
that'll be 3 and 4 years, right?
Right. Well, and how's that turned out for them?
Doing all right.
Okay, all right.
Interesting. All right, so he's got Spencer Rattler one. I'm under the impression Deshaun Watson can't go anywhere. So I went with the guy you have listed, I believe, 5th. Kayvon Thibodeaux, the amazing defensive end out of Oregon. I mean, this kid's incredible. 6'5", 250. He's got the bend off the edge. He's got a chance to be the first number 1 defensive player, I believe, since... Did Bosa go 1 or no? Or did Bosa go 2?
Bosa went 2.
Okay, so then it probably was Myles Garrett. I mean, this kid Thibodeaux is nasty. You know that. Jeff knows that, watching a lot of Oregon. All right, who you got second?
I like Thibodeaux. I'm going to get to him in a little bit. But number 2, I got Detroit Lions picking. Jared Goff is not your long-term answer. I'm going with the next best quarterback in this draft. That's North Carolina quarterback Sam Howell.
I have Howell on my list. I don't have him too. I have JT Daniels of Georgia. Now, if we got Jordan Palmer in here, he would be gassing up JT Daniels. Okay, we know he was out at USC. I don't know. What do you think about JT Daniels?
I think he's on my list, right? I think we're going to get to him. I think I need to see some more from him from Georgia, and that's why I don't have him at Sam Howell.
And again, this is a fool's errand, right? A year in advance. A lot of these quarterbacks tumble down the list. A lot of guys rise. I mean, nobody this time last year had Zach Wilson, right? This high going to the Jets.
Very
All right,
true.
Moving on to number 3. Who you got, RJ?
I like Derek Stingley Jr. as the best non-quarterback available in this draft. He was outstanding in 2019, fell off a little in 2020. He'll be back in 21. Add him to a defensive back group that already includes Mike Hilton, right?
Yeah.
Already includes Chidobe Awuzie. And I think you have the makings of a don't throw it over here kind of secondary. Derek Stingley
First
Jr.
agreement, Derek Stingley. I mean, he's been starting as a true freshman, incredible player. Let's get on to 4. Did I see a wide receiver going 4 for you, RJ?
Hell yeah, man.
Oh, my.
100%.
Woof.
We got Garrett Wilson coming out of Ohio State, who is the most talented receiver in what is one of the most talented receiver rooms in the entire country.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know if I can get on board with that. I mean, it's close. The kid, listen, Ohio State's always got great receivers. I don't have him in my top 10. At 4, I went with a defensive end, a defensive tackle, because the Jets, in our little exercise here for 2022, the Jets, Robert Saleh, loves defensive line. I went with DeMarvin Leal. You know him from your neck of the woods. Where are you on him?
I got him a little bit lower down.
Okay.
I like the Texas A&M defensive tackle. At 5, though, I got your guy Kayvon Thibodeaux, right?
Yes, there he is.
I love his size. I love his speed. He was the number 1 player at the time of his recruitment coming out of 2018. Tremendous speed rush guy. I think he adds another move, but he had 9.5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 3 pass breakups in just 7 games last year. Thibodeaux to Jacksonville.
We did not have, I don't think, nearly as many tackles as we thought we'd have in 2021 in the top 10. I like Evan Neal out of Alabama, 6'7", 360. There are some questions if he's athletic enough to play left tackle. Maybe he's a right, but I like him out of Alabama. And I mean, you can't go wrong with a high school All-American. At 6, the New York Giants. This is where I had Rattler going. Now, just to be clear, yes, I'm betting the New York Giants to win the NFC East. That being said, for our exercise, let's just say not everybody thinks highly of the Giants. And if Danny Dimes fails, with all the weapons they got him, I got Spencer Rattler going to New York from Oklahoma.
It's not a bad place for him. I think he could handle the spotlight there. I also like your pick with Evan Neal. It's a guy that started at left guard as a freshman, moved to right tackle as a sophomore. Tremendous versatility there. But I looked at the Giants and I saw y'all were terrible in pass rush last year. And you didn't address that in the first round this year. You went with Kadarius Toney. So I said, hey, why not walk into Larry Johnson's defensive line room, go get the best available prospect there. I expect that to be Zach Harrison. He's the guy that is supposed to carry the mantle, that Bosa left, that Young left. We'll see if it happens.
You can never go wrong with Ohio State. All right, this one is going to surprise some people if you haven't watched a lot of college football. Again, Jordan Palmer, quarterback guy. He's really hyping this guy up. Desmond Ridder, Cincinnati, 3-year starter. He's a rangy guy, 6'4", 215. He's had 6 100-yard rushing games. So he's kind of a dual threat guy. Where are you on Ridder?
I need to see more. I saw something against Cincinnati. I saw more against Georgia.
Georgia, yes.
I want to see some more from him. But at 7, I got another DB, going to Philly. I love Kyle Hamilton.
Yes.
Right, out of Notre Dame. I think that he's going to be a front runner for the Thorpe Award this year and quite possibly going to push Derek Stingley Jr. as the best defensive prospect.
Wow. I think he'll be the highest drafted safety since Jamal Adams. Probably, I think he went 6.
100%.
At 8, I went with Drake Jackson, a kid here, USC, another Pac-12 kid coming off the edge. He's filthy. Athletically, he's going to test off the charts. I don't know. You think he's top 10 material?
I don't know about top 10. First round for sure.
Yes.
Right? And I like him. I need to see a little bit more size to him, but I like him. I got Will McDonald at Iowa State, right? That's defensive end. Sometimes I wonder if I'm stupid or everybody else is dumb because this guy had 10.5 sacks at Iowa State.
Yeah.
Ranked number 2 in the FBS last year. Real breakout year for him. I expect him to be great in this junior and draft eligible year for him.
See, my problem with Drake Jackson, 2 seasons now, well, a year and a half, and he's only got 7.5 sacks. The production not really there, like with Jason Owe from Penn State, who slid big time. At 9, oh boy, I know what you're going to say. Pac-12 bias. Jason, you moved to L.A. Yeah, Keaton Slovis, really? A former 3-star recruit, RJ.
Am I buying Keaton Slovis? No, I don't see it just yet.
Okay.
Just yet. I want to see if Jackson Dart can push him at USC. If Miller Moss can push him at
Slovis
USC.
doesn't win the job, that will not look good for me.
But I like DeMarvin Leal here at number 9. It's really wild not to see a defensive tackle go in this first round.
Yeah.
Right? First time that's happened since '98 when we've had 2 or fewer. But I think DeMarvin Leal is going to show everybody why he ranked 5th on Texas A&M's team in tackles. And also picked off a pass against Alabama.
And versatile on that line. I like him.
100%.
I rounded it out with Sam Howell out of North Carolina. He's like 6'1", but he's a thick 6'1". He's a tough kid, North Carolina quarterback. There's some talk that he could be the top quarterback on the board. Kind of like you. Like, he's shown well against ranked teams in 2 years. 11 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Like, he's a good player, but I just don't know if he's really the top quarterback. And what's a good, not great class? There's no definite alpha in this class, right?
We said that about perhaps the 2018 class, and the guy that he's getting compared to, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Right? I asked Mac Brown about that on the number 1 ranked show. He said, yeah, I think it's fair. He also dunked on a little bit for the Oklahoma background to it, but he's got a lot of Baker to him. I got JT Daniels here. Right?
Okay.
I like the tools. I like what I was able to see. Now I want to see him put it together for a full year.
So the big question, RJ, is how many people will screen grab this and throw it in our face in 7 months when one of these quarterbacks loses his starting job?
Hey, man, I was raised on the internet.